Hi guys, it's Erin from Ginger's Florals. Today is an exciting day. It's the first time this year that we'll be cutting flowers for a wedding. Excuse me. I'm also going to make some bridesmaids bouquets and a bridal bouquet, and I'll film all that for you too. This bride, it's a last minute, poor thing. Her flowers fell through what she was planning to use. So her mom found me at the farmer's market and asked if I could do it. And she said that her colors were silvery blue and sage green, and if it was possible to put something together. So she, like I said, she wants 4 bridesmaids, 1 bridal, a couple boutonnieres, and a couple just regular market bouquets in that general color palette. So there's not a whole lot of flowers that are blue, so I'm probably not going to have a lot of that. Maybe 1 or 2 little forget-me-nots if they're still good. But she also gave me the flexibility to really put together whatever I could find that would complement that sage green and silvery blue. So I'm going to cut things like these creamy white zinnias. I have some green amaranth and some lavaterra and Dusty Miller and a bunch of other stuff that should look really good together and complement the sage green and silvery blue request. Also, the honeywort is that color. That's what I'm going to lean on for that silvery blue type color. So this morning the goal is just to get it all cut, and then we'll look at what we have, let it condition for a few hours, and then start making bouquets. The good thing about cutting for a wedding is that they don't have to last, the flowers don't have to last quite as long as cutting for market bouquets. So I can cut them a little bit earlier, and then they only have to be good through Saturday. So I can also cut the flowers a little more open, because you want them, event flowers, you don't want them to be closed up and gonna open over the next week. You want them to be at their peak during the event. So that's the goal today. I will take you along and show you what I'm cutting, and then we'll go from there. Starting with a big bunch of feverfew. Silvery status with maybe a stem or 2 of purple. This amaranth is called Green Tails, and I had some of this in some of my bouquets at the market when this bride's mother came and found me, and I think this is what sold her on wanting our flowers. So there's definitely going to be some in the bouquets. Just a few apricotta and a whole bunch of these cupcakes blush and cupcakes white. I can't cut them quite this open because they'll just blow and be done in a couple days. I need them to last at least through Saturday, so I'm going to cut them more closed. Well, I think that we've nailed it. Let me turn the camera around. I'll talk through everything that we cut. Okay, you saw that we cut the snapdragons. They didn't fit in the bucket. We may or may not use those. It depends on how everything else goes. We got the feverfew, the honeywort. We have status and bee balm. We have the Lavaterra. These are so beautiful. A bunch of cosmos that'll open over the next couple of days. The amaranth, green tails, it's so beautiful. This is Dusty Miller and all these gorgeous sunflowers. I did find a couple pink double lilies that I think are just amazing, so we'll see if we can get those in there. All these gorgeous zinnias. These are, we have a green, we have the queen lime with blush, a cream. I did find a couple of dahlias we may or may not use. This one is one that we saved seed from and grew ourselves. This, we found some straw flowers. These I plan to use for the, well, some in the bouquets and some in the boutonnieres. And then a little bit of celosia that I think will just add a nice little pop of pink in there to help with all the blue and silver. The hard part about a really pale, just silvery blue and sage green palette is that it can look a little washed out. So I'm gonna spend some time. That's why I grabbed some peaches and some pinks and a little bit just to add some depth, something to draw your eye that I think will make these bouquets just really stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit here in the shade for several hours and then I'll come back to them and start making some bouquets. Okay guys, we're all ready to make the bouquets. Just as a reminder, we have 1 bridal, 4 bridesmaids, and 2 regular market bouquets. I also have 2 boutonnieres to make. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you again what we got. Okay, the main focal flowers are going to include these gorgeous double lilies. They smell so good. We have all these white sunflowers, and then we have all these gorgeous zinnias that come in just the best colors. Most of those are the Queen Lime and the new Florette varieties. Then we also have all the little bits and bobs that make it super pretty is the pink straw flowers. Some of those will go to the boutonnieres, and then the status. We've got the tiniest bit of celosia and some mignonette, some bee balm, a little tiny dot of blue firmament or forget-me-nots. Oh, and this crest, that's for the boutonnieres also. We have some cosmos and lavaterra. We have the amaranth. They wanted a drapey sort of bouquet for the bride, so that's what that's for. Lots of Dusty Miller because the colors are sage green. Her colors are sage green and an icy blue or a silvery blue. We do have a couple of dahlias, some more cosmos. Gosh, those are so pretty. And then down here we have some feverfew and Sorrent for the greenery. That has all the silvery blue in it and the sage green. If I run out, I have lots of other flowers to come. We did the rest of the market harvesting today also. Okay, so forgive me, I'm kind of a mess. It's hot out here. I've been harvesting, but it's time to get these put together. I'll set up a camera and then just capture how it works. So just like with the market bouquet, I start with the focal flowers. Look at these two. I wish you could smell them. They smell like like a stargazer almost, only softer, more sugary. But that's a really good start. The other thing that I do different than market bouquets is I strip off almost all the leaves. Only should be a little bit because up here mostly, because you don't want the bouquet to be very heavy. Regardless of the size of your bride, you don't want it to weigh her down as she's walking down the aisle. And this one's not going to be huge, but still, you want to give her a chance to be able to carry it and be comfortable. She's going to be nervous enough as it is. She doesn't need any help in that category. So I'm going to go in with some of these. Like I said, taking off the leaves. Could have done some of this ahead of time, but so then I go, and I do the same spiral technique that I showed in a video recently. It's the same technique, it's just a little more delicate, a little bit more precise on where things go. I don't just line them all up and work my way down the line. I grab flower for flower when I'm doing this kind of bouquet, just to make sure that the bride gets exactly what she wants. I love this one, this color. This is the Queenie Lime with Blush. And all of this has been hydrating for a couple days at this point. That noise in the background, I have a shade cloth up because it gets real bright back here this time of day. And it's too hot for the for the flowers. How's that looking? Let's see, let's find some cosmos. Part of what makes this spiral technique really good is that it's easy to slide flowers up and down within the bouquet, and they don't get all tangled up and awful. Let's get some. I do end up making a great big mess, by the way. Just like when I do market bouquets. All these little bits and pieces, these will be part of the boutonnieres as well. Another good trick is to have a mirror. I'm using you guys, but you can see how it's going to look in your bride's hands. Take off a bunch of this. We're getting there. Let's see. Sorry about the noise back there. It's kind of windy. If it needs something more. I am starting to fall in love with this. It's really beautiful. She has a fantastic color palette. This is why I usually, when I make bouquets, have everything strung out for market bouquets. Little bit of blue, but it's pretty darn wilty. No, I don't really like it. Okay, let's see. A couple more flowers, a couple more cosmos or lavatera, and then we'll color it. I'll show you what that looks like. Kind of wildflower feel. What do you think? Need something right here, maybe another Cosmo. I have a pink one back here that I want to grab. The other good part about this is that the wedding is tomorrow, so these flowers really don't have to last. Pick them at their peak. How's this one? I love this so much. And then found a little bit of Amy, this frothy, fluffy. That sort of rounds it out. Maybe it's a little more white than we need. I could put this down here. How's that? All right, I think she's a keeper. Okay, so the other thing that I do with a bridal type bouquet is I don't use a rubber band, and I try not to use tape. I like to use raffia. I've been inspired by another flower farmer in the UK who does this, and I think it gives a prettier presentation whether you want to have ribbon or not. It's still something, it's nicer looking. Oh, I almost forgot. We still have to color this one. No, I don't want that. Okay. So coloring is the technique of just putting your greenery right around the edges of the bouquet, and it kind of holds everything in, gives it a finished edge, and it looks beautiful in my opinion, especially with this silvery Dusty Miller. I hope she likes this. And then one more. I like the bobs, bits and bobs. Okay, now we're ready for the raffia. What do you think? I think it's beautiful. Okay, here's how I do it. I just take a piece of it like this. You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it at a craft store. I'm sure you can buy it wholesale. I just don't use enough of it to do that. And then I'll grab a hold of it and wrap it around the bouquet. A couple of times, and amazing as it may, a couple of times, good catch. And if you're better at this than I am, you really can just let it go. It's super strong. It will not let your bouquet fall apart. A rubber band can break, your raffia is not going to break. It's really strong. And that's it. She's going to hold it like this. Just gonna cut off the edges, make it a reasonable length, and then she can do with it what she wants tomorrow when she picks it up at the market. I love, 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 love this color combination. So good. A little bit of scent, a little bit of soft color everywhere, but not too much. That needs to be tightened up a bit. And then I'll put it in the water and let it sit and hydrate. All right, that's just gonna sit there and wait. So I'm gonna do the 4 bridesmaids. It's about the same thing. So I'll just get those done and I'll show you what they look like when they're finished. Okay, so you saw this one. We're just gonna work our way through them all tied up with the raffia. Gorgeous, I think. What do you think? Then we have the bridesmaids. Here's the first cute little one. They're all a bit smaller than the bride, obviously. I think I need to put another tie down low. Then we have 3 more over here. See these 2? Oh, you see the shadow of the camera. Sorry about that. And then the last one has one little dahlia in there. I think they're really pretty. I hope that she likes them. We also did a couple of market bouquets with the same set of flowers. And then a couple of boutonnieres, or buttonholes if you're in the UK. These sweet little things. Has the same silvery, gray, sage, a little bit of pink, and soft lavender. And they'll stay in water, and I'll give them to her in a mason jar. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. There's all kinds of ways to do bridal bouquets. This just happens to be what works for me. I really enjoy doing this part of the flower farm type work. I like the artistry part of it, and playing with these kind of color palettes is right up my alley. I like, don't get me wrong, these crazy bright market bouquet colors are fun too, but there's something that it just draws me in when I get to work with these beautiful wedding type colors. Softer palettes, still lots of color, bright, but just not crazy. Anyway, like I said, I hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope that you maybe learned something from it. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, I hope that you consider it, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.